who drinks a lot of alcohol. Surprise! But there was this really beautiful, sobering moment when I got to hear some mental health from a best friend of mine that I don't get to hear some mental health from. So maybe think of this piece. This is a piece I love to read. This is called Fever Dream, I Know What the Future Holds. I was headstrong and head down. Had a head start on trying to start over when I headed for a fever dream that put me 2 years in the future. Where I stopped wishing for time to go away, and instead it stood perfectly still. And true story, it still snows in the future, and people put away their shovels before the last storm of the season, and everyone has an opinion of up from down, despite the fact we're all looking for direction. I can tell you 2 years from today will be a good day. The sun still shines, music exists, and people even dance when they can. 2 years from today, all my problems are packed away, perhaps locked tight, perhaps gone, but not forgotten. Perhaps they're still my problems, but I was choosing to ignore them. In the future, the present is a thing of the past, and reality is ambiguous, or at least I thought it was, and no one seems to say what I want them to. How'd I end up here anyway? Maybe sanity is a figment of my imagination. Maybe I finally learned how to be in two places at once. Most things are nothing to most people, and discovering what to say to show love must have been the reason I told others I felt like God. Maybe I knew I had the power to create or destroy everything around me. Maybe I still want to show up where I'm needed, barefooted, tell the good people about the future, and then disappear. I bet they'd write books about that guy. You see, when you're manic, you keep a lot of secrets and you work them into dialogue, hoping someone else has dug a hole as deep as you, praying you're not the only one on a swing and the bottom of a well, waiting for the rain to pretend you're hydrated enough to speak about energy. When you're manic, time doesn't exist, and you confuse one job for the other, and everything is personal, and the signals are negative, and you fight that thumping in your chest with more coffee and weed, and plaster over the cracks with silver linings too thin to hold the paperweight, and you don't understand how powerful it is to wait and breathe, and to say what's on your chest, and to fuck it up, poet, because you lost your spot, and it is... And to stop making yourself into one gigantic fucking metaphor, so when you do finally call your mother, you can be more direct than I don't know what I'm feeling. And maybe rose-colored lenses is what evolves anxiety into paranoia, or paranoia into mania. Maybe I need to finally admit I'm a thinker, a creative. Maybe I was holding my cards too close. This is just the hand I was dealt, and it's okay to not be okay. And even with all the answers I've been given since I returned home from the future, it's the questions I pull from under the rug that keep me up all night. Sometimes thinking about the way I should be thinking sure gives me a headache. And yet, having lived 2 years in the future and making it to this bed each and every day got me thankful my heart is no longer trying to escape from my chest, and I no longer want the present to be a thing of the past, and I don't blame the past for the present. And maybe since both of those statements are true, I won't be afraid to return to the future one day in time, because I saw it. It all unfolded before my eyes until love opened my senses, and I didn't just smell happy or taste happy. I felt it. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. That's my mom. Yeah, Tracy. That's cool. Well, my mom's been to all of them. That's crazy. All right, I want to read some new shit. Just because I love the way that sounds. Alright, this is called Home Came In and Got to Know the Furniture. This must be an out-of-body experience, because all I can think about is leaving. My spirit has lived a dozen different zip codes, it's been driven that many directions. And now I'm doubting the journey. Now I'm giving up on the destination. I only want to stay in one place long enough to call it home. Home is willing to do whatever and still be happy. Home lets me know it's there. Home realized I like to be the little spoon. Home came in and got to know the furniture. Home helped me make the bed. Home, or, excuse me, sorry. It's those gins. But my love continues to get treated more like a vacation rental because I keep asking you to stay for a while. Baby, stay for a while. It feels nice here. I don't remember cell phone numbers because one day I know they won't answer my call. Call me when you have nowhere else to go. I can't bring myself to delete your number, and I delete everyone's number. What once had me feeling wanted has left with so much more to be desired, and lately I'm looking for love anywhere I can get it. But yours was my favorite. Touch and response, you were there. Closer yet to the finish line on this race I never intended entering, and I could have sworn you were running with me. So how did we get to such separate endings? I hate marathons. I never remember to breathe. You get overwhelmed at the thought of the race, and I get called a dreamer because I just want to feel like I'm winning. But now I've come to this screeching halt, and while my body is here, my heart's on the pavement, and I don't know where my mind went, though I know who holds it hostage. Exhausting all my efforts, running home, hair through the wind, I want to break the damn door in, and you'll run to my arms and think only of me, and how my love could feel like home. So if you leave a light on, don't just stay for a day. Don't just get to know the furniture. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. You can find me at Instagram at TMGavin, TMGAUVIN.